I came up and they were putting crime scene tape around the house.
Lexington police are trying to figure out what led up to a shooting that killed one person and left another critically injured.
I'm Mike Byer in Estill County, where an independent group is running radiation tests to make sure that the Blue Ridge landfill is not a health threat to the public.
Firefighters in Nicholasville are helping the family of a Lexington firefighter.
Firemen keep up with firemen. We take care of our own.
How they're raising money for the family of Matt Longston.
This is WKYT News at 6.
A double shooting in Lexington. You're watching WKYT on the CW Lexington. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Police are trying to figure out what happened between a couple living on Pittman Creek Court. They found a woman dead inside the home and rushed a man to the hospital. WKYT's Sean Moody is talking with their neighbors in our top story at 6.
Lexington police said a relative found the two people inside the house. They say it appears this was a domestic situation between those two and that they're not looking for anyone else as a suspect. Police said they were called out to Pittman Creek Court just before 11 o'clock this morning. John Barboza lives just across the street.
My wife hollered at me and she said there were 4 police vehicles at the house over here. I came up and they were putting crime scene tape around the house.
Police said a relative had found a man and a woman approximately in their 30s inside the house with gunshot wounds. They took the man to UK Hospital, but they said the woman was already dead.
Well, obviously this is a tragic incident that's happened. We're not sure what provoked this to happen, but obviously, you know, it's a violent act that's happened in this community. So I just, you know, your prayers need to be with the family of these folks.
Police said the incident appears to have been a domestic incident that ended in a shooting, but they're not sure which person shot the other. They say they're not looking for any other suspects.
And it's just upsetting for us to see the family and how upset they are. We just feel for them, really do.
In Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Police have not released the man's name. The coroner is still working on identifying the woman. Estill County leaders spent the morning testing 2 schools in a landfill for radiation levels. They're double-checking state tests after state leaders confirmed earlier this week radioactive waste was illegally dumped at the Blue Ridge landfill. WKYT's Mike Byer talked to county leaders about what they're calling a serious situation.
It's been a stressful few days for Estill County leaders like Judge Executive Wallace Taylor.
They're going to pay for this.
This after radioactive waste from operations in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia were illegally sent to the Blue Ridge landfill between July and November of last year. This leaves Taylor asking,
why would they do that?
Until that question can be answered, Taylor just wants to make sure that it never happens again.
I'm not blaming the landfill 100%, not whatsoever. But there has to be a better way to monitor this type of situation.
A situation county leaders say they are taking very seriously, especially with the high school and middle school sitting a stone's throw away.
We want to assure the public that there's no danger for the students.
Now, Judge Taylor says they're not just going to look over the area where the radioactive waste was dumped, but he says they're going to cover every inch of this landfill to make sure there is no health threat to the public. To make sure this is true, on Friday, the county hired a state agency to come run some tests on the schools.
Their findings were very much what we expected and what we hoped for, that there's no evidence of any contamination on our grounds.
To be sure, both the county and schools wanted a second opinion. That's why today they hired an independent group to check out the schools once again.
When we're able to back that up with sound research and testing, then you know that makes us feel better about what we're doing.
The independent agency also spent the majority of the afternoon running tests in the landfill. Although Taylor believes there is no danger to the public, he wants to be 100% sure.
We're going to get to the bottom of this. It may take a few more days, but we will find out. I will not stop until we do.
In Estill County, Mike Byer, WKYT.
The testing cost more than $10,000. Taylor says landfill management is reimbursing the county for those costs. New tonight, state police have caught an inmate who's been on the run for a week and a half. Troopers say Lastia Shreves broke out of the Western Kentucky Correctional Complex February 17th. Since then, people have spotted her several times in Hardin County. Today, State police say they found her at an empty house in the Flint Hill area. She's being held in the Hardin County Detention Center on burglary charges. Lexington police are looking for 2 men who robbed a gas station early this morning. Police say the men walked into the Circle K on Richmond Road around 4. One of them had a gun and demanded cash. Police say they did get away with some money. Officers called in a K-9 crew to help with the search, but they didn't find anything. Police are also looking for a driver who hit a man in a Lexington alley around 2:45 this morning on LaFlame Alley near Hillcrest Avenue. That's off Winchester Road. Officers say someone saw a man laying in the alley. Police say he had significant head injuries. Emergency crews rushed him to UK Hospital. They say he was lucky that someone did find him, and they do not have a description of the car or the driver who hit him. We are continuing to follow a traffic alert out of southern Kentucky. Part of Interstate 75 near the Kentucky-Tennessee state line is still closed. Crews have set up a detour for drivers to get around the rock slide in the northbound lanes near Jellicoe. Transportation leaders in Tennessee say crashes on the detour route are forcing them to turn away all commercial traffic in Jellicoe. Commercial trucks must now use exit 29 off I-75 in Corbin to get to US 25 East. The 20-mile stretch of I-75 in Campbell County, Tennessee is expected to be closed for a couple weeks. What a warm, windy day. We've really had some great spring-like weather today, but we are tracking changes moving in tonight. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell has an early look at the work week forecast.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of change coming at us over the next few days. Tomorrow will be one of those because we'll have showers pass through during the early part of the day, and temperatures are down tomorrow afternoon. Look outside right now. Look at that sunset. We're in the 6 o'clock hour, and we're still talking about it well into the sky. Plenty of sunshine still visible. That is a great sign. The days, of course, as I mentioned this yesterday. The days are getting longer. It's fantastic, meaning that we can hold on to warmth longer, and we have plenty out there today. 63 degrees. That's coming with a south to southwest wind around 21 miles per hour. That is not a wind gust. That is your sustained winds that just keep pumping into the area out there right now. You can see some of the other locations also running in the low and mid 60s. It is 60s across the board, really, at this point. You might have a few cooler spots in parts of the mountains. Tracking some showers just upstream, and that's what's going to likely be dipping into our area. See where the clouds start to thicken up there around Bloomington? That's attached to a frontal boundary that swings through the area as we head into the overnight hours tonight and cools us off for tomorrow. I'll track it hour by hour coming up in a few minutes.
Firefighters in Nicholasville are helping a fellow first responder in Lexington. They're selling T-shirts to raise money for Matt Logsdon. Doctors recently diagnosed Logsdon with cancer. WKYT's Monique Blair has information on how you can help.
Nicholasville firefighters Local 4289 just started taking orders for those shirts on Saturday morning, and they've already had orders come in from across the United States. And 100% of the proceeds from those shirts will go directly to Matt Logsdon. Lexington firefighter Matt Logsdon was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in January. His firefighter brothers in Lexington have been doing various fundraisers to raise money for Logsdon and his family. But now Nicholasville firefighters are stepping in. Firefighter Jerry Stevens says many of the firefighters in Nicholasville know Logsdon personally. And add to that, Stevens says selling these shirts for this cause is also personal to them because some of their own firefighters have also battled cancer. Stevens says it's not only the firefighters that are fighting for Logsdon, but also their families.
Firemen keep up with firemen. We take care of our own. So I guess when this come out and went out, starts to get out nationwide and starts to go on Facebook pages, a lot of firemen take notice. A lot of the wives, mothers, and fathers, it touches them personally too. So they live in, they live it every day. We live in the service, and our families actually, they're in it just as much as we are. So
Nicholasville firefighters Local 4289 will also have another fundraiser for Matt Logsdon on St. Patrick's Day at the Break Room on Manchester Street. In Nicholasville, Monique Blair, WKYT.
If you're interested in buying a shirt, they are $20, and you can stop in any fire station to get one, or you can find a link to where you can buy one at our website, WKYT.com. Students raised a record number of funds at UK's annual Dance Blue this weekend. The 24-hour dance marathon at Memorial Coliseum raises money for children with cancer. And this year, students raised $1.6 million. That's $15,000 more than last year. About 800 dancers participated. The money supports the pediatric cancer clinic at Kentucky Children's Hospital. Still to come, a downtown Lexington building is now considered a National Historic Place. What the designation means for the Old People's Bank.
The Pit sits quiet in Lexington, while in Louisville, construction is underway. A new building planned to open in 2 years. Sam Dick finds out why they're moving forward while we are stuck in a hole. A Tale of Two Cities, Monday at 6 on WKYT.
Shopping for an SUV? Well, this is the time, and your Ford dealer is the place to get 0% financing for 60 months on a Ford SUV. That's right. Just announced Ford Explorer, Edge, Escape, and Expedition are available with 0% financing for 60 months. Ford SUVs, designed to help you be unstoppable. No wonder Ford is America's best-selling brand. But hurry, 0% financing for 60 months on Ford SUVs is a limited-time offer. See your Ford dealer today.
Medical malpractice is the third leading cause of death in America. And more shocking is that the same doctors commit the same malpractice over and over again. Birth defects, brain damage, cerebral palsy, cancer misdiagnosis, and yes, even death. Doctors and hospitals have insurance to protect you when mistakes are made. Don't wait to pursue your claim. Time can run out. A lifetime is a long time. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Hey, Courtney Hansen here with you for Endurance. If you're like me, you love your car, but even the best vehicles break down at some point. And when your car's warranty expires, you're gonna have to pay those repairs out of pocket. Can you believe what it costs to repair your car these days? I mean, look at these prices. I can think of so many things I would rather buy than a new fuel injector or transmission. Well, Endurance has a solution. With an Endurance Vehicle Protection Plan, we pay for your auto repairs. The parts, the labor, all of it's covered. With Endurance, you'll save thousands, and you get to choose the mechanic who repairs your car. Remember, insurance only covers you if you're in an accident, but that's just half the equation. Endurance is the other half, protecting you when your car breaks down. Insurance plus endurance equals total protection. That's my kind of math.
Protect yourself against the high cost of auto repairs with Endurance. Call right now for a free quote.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you. WKYT. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
It has been a very windy and warm Sunday across the entire area, picking up wind gusts 20, 30, 40 miles per hour. Sustained winds, in fact, have been more close to the 20 mile per hour range throughout most of the afternoon and here this evening especially. And they'll continue to kind of churn in like that. 63 degrees currently, Lexington, Richmond, Danville, Somerset, 63, all over the place. Very warm, very mild Sunday in February as well. Keep that in mind. We are tracking showers just to our north along a frontal boundary. You can see the actual front itself kind of hanging out there, crossing into Illinois now. That's a second band of showers. We've got some more kind of leading the way. The front itself has some much cooler air in position behind it, too. You can see a lot of it we're tapping into. Out ahead of it, pushing in that southerly wind, and we're looking at those 60s across Kentucky. Once that front gets here, though, changes. By 11 o'clock tonight, we are tracking cloud cover and showers through the area. 2 o'clock in the morning, just generally light rain. That's why we're stopping here, is because this is the kind of the key time that we'll see showers out of this first batch. Because once it's gone, what you deal with for Monday morning commute is the fact that you have wet pavement out there, so more of a nuisance than anything else at that point, and the road should dry up rather quickly. Tomorrow afternoon, full sunshine again with temperatures in the low and mid 50s, so it even looks pretty nice at that point because we're above average for this time of year. And then a big surge for you Tuesday. I mean, we are talking about temperatures back in the low and mid 60s throughout the entire area again, but it's going to come with a more potent front this time. Showers, thunderstorms will roll into the area going into Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning. You can see it coming at us in a couple of different waves here with a rainfall forecast. The first one, generally light, not a big deal at all. Then the totals go up a little bit with our second wave when it crosses through the area going Tuesday into Wednesday, maybe up to an inch in some cases. But you see that this one has a little more potent kick to it as we go rolling into your Wednesday. Here's what it looks like on the big picture, because what you're going to see, showers, thunderstorms, and then when it switches through the area and that cold air catches up on Wednesday, we break out into snow. So that's our midweek swing. We go through our 7-day forecast. We're tracking that swing. We're also tracking what follows that swing, which will be a few more chances of some snowy precipitation getting back into the area before we go into maybe a little bit of another recovery next weekend. Not like this weekend, but still warmer, I guess.
I'll take it. I know we're getting closer and closer to spring.
Every day.
Thank you, Jim. 11 Kentucky sites are now on the National Register of Historic Places. 2 of those are right here in Lexington. The National Park Service added the Charles Young Park and Community Center and the Old People's Bank to the nation's official list. Owners of National Register properties may qualify for tax credits for rehabilitation. A brand new hotel in downtown Lexington opens tomorrow. There will be a ribbon-cutting ceremony at the 21C Museum Hotel on Main Street Monday. An open house and tours will follow. The 15-floor former First National building in Lexington has 88 hotel rooms. Lee Kay's in next with sports, and the Wildcats have 2 games to play before the SEC tournament.
And they will be very important games when it comes to the race in the SEC standings. And this afternoon, the Kentucky women's team look to finish their regular season strong at Texas A&M. Those highlights are next in sports.
The President's Day sales event ends soon at your local Ford stores. Last chance to save big on Ford, America's best-selling brand 6 years straight. Choose from a great lineup of stylish cars, capable SUVs, and legendary trucks. Get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $2,000 trade assist on Fusion, Focus, or Escape. Or get 0 for 60 plus $2,000 bonus cash on F-150. But hurry, all offers end February 29th. So visit your local Ford store.
Attention Paxil and Zoloft users. The FDA has associated the use of certain antidepressants with birth defects. If you took Paxil, Zoloft, or other antidepressants such as Celexa, Lexapro, Effexor, Prozac, or Pristiq while pregnant and your child was born with spina bifida, PPHN, heart, cranial, or limb defects, or other serious birth defects, you and your child may qualify for financial compensation. Call the Reliant Group at 800-237-8385.
This is Captain Eve Baxter of the time ship Acheron requesting critical rescue.
How do we know it's not a trap?
I'm in. I got a bad feeling about this.
Nick's in a dark place. He's not coming back.
You and I were a team. Time to choose a side. Only one of us is walking out of here alive.
DC's Legends of Tomorrow. New hit series this Thursday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Every family has one member.
I'm a professional nerd.
Who says whatever's on their mind. Name something your wife has that's bigger than yours.
My wife gotta have a big old butt.
Oh! Or else this ain't going down. I can't do it. It gots to have a bigger butt.
Family Feud, 1 full hour starting at 7 on the CW Lexington. It's time to wake up. You've got things to do, mouths to feed, work to get done. It's another Kentucky morning, and Kentucky mornings start here.
Good morning, I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith.
You don't have time to waste, so we don't waste your time. Simple as that. Breaking and overnight news, weather to plan your day, plus traffic you can take with you. Make WKYT This Morning part of your Kentucky morning. Weekdays from 4:30 to 7 on WKYT.
After winning 5 straight, the Kentucky women's basketball team entered the final day of the regular season in a 3-way tie for 4th place in the SEC. Cats looking to finish strong on the road at Texas A&M this afternoon. The Lady Aggies have already locked up the number 2 seed in next week's SEC tournament. Kentucky had to play catch-up early. Michaela Epps hits the 3 from the wing. Kentucky was down by 1. Wildcats take the lead in the second quarter. Freshman Macy Morris driving and going high off the glass. 21-19 UK. Another freshman, Taylor Murray, maybe the fastest player in women's college basketball, turns on the Jets and lays it in. Kentucky had a 30-28 lead at the half. Second half, Epps goes to work. First, the 15-foot jumper is good. Then Epps, little head fake, steps into the jumper. She finished with 14 points. Fourth quarter now, Epps drives, misses, but Evelyn Acatur is there for the rebound and the putback. A career-high 18 rebounds for Acatur to go with 15 points. Alexis Jennings also had a double-double as Kentucky pulls away with an impressive 71-58 road win. Wildcats will be that 5th seed in the upcoming SEC tournament. Well, the Wildcats traveled to Nashville on Saturday, but only a handful of players showed up to the game. At least that's how it looked in the box score. A total of 4 players scored for Kentucky on Saturday, including 33 from Jamal Murray. And outside of Marcus Lee's 9 points and 6 rebounds, the Wildcats got almost nothing from the post. Still, Kentucky had its chances to win, down 4 with 3.5 minutes to play. Calipari said his team made a sequence of non-winning plays that may have cost them the game.
We get the game to 4, okay? 4. Scow has the ball in the middle of the lane, okay? Next play, Tyler has a layup. Next play, Tyler has a shot, doesn't take it, throws it to Jamal. He drives, has a shot, doesn't take it, throws it to Isaiah. You both have to shoot the ball. Isaiah misses. Well, you just lost the game on those plays.
And only 2 games remain in the regular season, beginning with the trip to Florida Tuesday night. The Gators lost a close one to LSU on Saturday. Game time is at 7 o'clock on ESPN. So with the Kentucky loss, that puts the Wildcats in a tie with Texas A&M for first place in the SEC, with the Aggies holding the tiebreaker. South Carolina, Vandy, and LSU are all 1 game back at 10-6 in league play. So as you can see, it's an important final week of the regular season for the Wildcats. To the association, LeBron James getting the day off for the Cavs, visiting John Wall and the Wizards, and Wall took advantage of LeBron's day off. First, he cuts inside for the layup, then Wall with space lays it in. Later in the half, Wall, nice little spin move, puts it off the glass. Wall with 18 in the first half. Third quarter now, Wall with time, knocks down the 3. He finishes with 21 points and 13 assists. Wizards win big, 113-99. EKU's Noah Spence is projected as a first-rounder in the NFL draft coming up next month. The defensive lineman who transferred from Ohio State to EKU last season after multiple failed drug tests has more to prove off the field than he does on the field. On the field, Spence is considered one of the top edge rushers in the draft. Today, he put his talents on display at the NFL Combine. A 4.8 in the 40, 35-inch vertical leap, and a 121-inch broad jump. That's the 3rd best of all defensive linemen in that category. As for the off-the-field issues, he says playing 1 season at EKU humbled him, and the drug use is a thing of the past.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with anybody that has like a substance abuse problem that they've had, I feel like they're pretty wary about it. But I mean, if it's behind you, I mean, you convince the team that's behind you. Then, been drug tested frequently, and just like put my focus more on football, school, stuff like that. So.
And one other local player competing Sunday at the NFL Combine, former UK linebacker Josh Forrest. He was clocked at 4.88 in the 40. His vertical jump was 30.5 inches and a broad jump of 118 inches. Those numbers were not great compared to some of the top linebacker prospects. On Monday, UK safety A.J. Stamps will work out at the Combine. UK will also host its Pro Day on March the 4th. It is an important time, Kristen, for a lot of those guys as they try to rise up those draft boards and try to make it to the next level.
You just hope the best for them, too.
Absolutely. I mean, they've got a couple opportunities. Like I said, the Pro Days, those are big opportunities for those guys.
We'll be right back with a final look at weather.
When an auto accident happens, it's sometimes more complicated than just which driver is at fault. Many times it involves a tire that blew out, a car that rolled over, a defect on that car. It's so important to make sure that the car and the tires are not destroyed or repaired. Our crash team and products liability lawyers need to be investigating these cases day one. All car crashes are not the same. Time is of the essence. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
word, don't lie.
Tenacious.
Who do you think you are?
Bold.
You want to try and tell us the truth now?
Decisive.
You can't do that.
Hot bench.
Now you're pleading ignorance. Is right. You.
Why are you looking at me like that? In this courtroom, there's 3 sides to every verdict.
It's true.
Hot bench.
Weekdays at 4 on the CW Lexington.
Every morning is an eye-opening morning on CBS This Morning. Start with responsible, intelligent information and conversation.
Take me back to that moment that we just saw in this confrontation.
Searchers race to save people trapped for days in Colorado. In an interview you'll see only on CBS This Morning.
Start with world-class original reporting. Start thinking. CBS This Morning.
Mondays are golden on the CW.
Yay! That is so true.
Gina Rodriguez is the 2015 Golden Globe winner, and Rachel Bloom is the 2016 Golden Globe winner for Best TV Comedy Actress.
So, who's crazy now?
Don't miss the CW's award-winning leading ladies of comedy.
We are good person.
You duplicitous minx.
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and Jane the Virgin. All new Mondays starting at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $135 million, and Wednesday night's Powerball jackpot is $292 million. It's going to be hard to say goodbye to that nice spring day we've had.
Oh my goodness, it was so nice out there today. You're depressing me, but I have to think about it, because even when we do get back in the 60s there on Tuesday, it will be short-lived because those showers and even thunderstorms will come rolling in right from there.
Thanks for watching us right here on the CW Lexington. Have a good night.